All right, guys, Captain Paul here, and today I'm just going to do a quick live update video and kind of keep you guys along for the ride all day long and see what happens. We got the Loopers convention in town today. I went out there last night. I was cleaning the main ship, and I got to meet some of you guys. Today I'm going to try and get a pass for the crawl tonight and then be able to hang out on the boat tonight, and we'll see what happens with that. But really cool stuff today. We are going to pull some injectors out of a HINOs. Anyway, so I'm super excited about that. And then I'm getting I'm meeting somebody actually this morning on the 4788, the one that's possibly going to the market. I'm going to meet them out there. I met them yesterday, and they wanted to come out and just check out the boat real quick before they head back out of town. So that's where I'm heading right now. And we're having a bunch of work done at the boatyard. I'll show it to you here in just a minute. They're doing some shaft seals, a bottom job, and then there was a little bit of fiberglass work, but I found out that it doesn't need it. So good. That's really good news. Anyway, just come along for the day with Captain Paul, and we'll see what happens, see where this day goes. It's always a new adventure every single day, but it's usually on some type of boat doing something like that. Homeport Marina. I've got to pick up some stuff for the boatyard, super jacked up, and I want to give you a quick safe wake update, because just like anybody else, we're going through the same trials and tribulations of basically purchasing a new boat, and the biggest challenge we're having right now is insurance. So I want you guys to check out safewake.com. We don't know what the policy is yet, or even if the policy is possible, and that's what we're working on right now. We have sent the reports. They're asking for the survey and the electro scans for the steel hull. So just a quick little update on that. It's going to keep moving forward, but we're checking on insurance. Once I know that too, then we can, and we know how much this is, just the insurance part of this is going to cost, then it's possible to get on there, and I'll personally start donating money to help pay this policy. But we're just literally, that's what we're waiting for with Safewake and that boat. And I'm super jacked up. You guys, this thing could go across the Atlantic. It was built to cross oceans. It's an exploration yacht. Also got another nursing, a group of nurses who might possibly take it over. They have this dream of going to the Bahamas and doing some aid work over there. So could be just a perfect match. I'm over here on the 4788, and I just showed it actually to some people that were in the Loop convention and wanted to see one of these boats in person, because that's what was supposed to be in the slot for the trawler crawl. We were putting Steve's over there, but it didn't work. There was an electrical issue with the dock, and so it wouldn't plug in. So we just turned around and put the main ship in there. Just gonna lock it up. I'm starting to clear off some of the personal belongings is what I'm over to the wharf now, and we got look at Gary's boat. He's actually on America's Great Loop right now, and he did some electrical and some batteries and stuff, so I'm going to go over there and see if we can do anything to help him. I'm on Gary's boat, and he's out here. He's in the Looper convention, and we're trying to figure out what's going on with it, and why these batteries aren't working correctly. Life Pro 4s, and these are supposedly his house batteries, but from what I am seeing, they're not hooked in correctly, so that's what we're looking at right now. Guys, I'm down here at the wharf. I'm with Gary, and I just kind of went through the electrical system basically, but his voltmeter, I don't trust it, so I want to get another voltmeter because we're getting different voltage readings, and I want to verify it, so I'm going to grab another voltmeter and then check the voltage on it. But I think moving around some wires should be able to fix all of his electrical issues. It's just connecting the right battery, the right positive to the right systems. That's what I'm working on right now. We just got off of the 3988, right, Gary?
Yes, 3988.
3988, and it wasn't even an electrical issue. It was just switching some wires around to get the correct batteries doing the correct things is all we were doing on that boat. And I think we did a pretty good job getting that done. And so we got one more, we got to hook in the charge controller, and it was just looking at the batteries, getting the voltmeter and just doing some checking. And basically all it was moving some wires around. but you got to know what wires, and it's hard to explain. Even Gary you had other professionals.
I had other people helping, and they had it incorrect.
Yeah, but they don't know, because it's, you're bringing lithiums into lead acid, and then you got start batteries, the generator battery, and then we're using the lithiums for the house batteries, and then you have crossover switch, and then 2 separate battery switches, one for the engines, one for the accessories, and so it can get overwhelming, and it can get you got to kind of know what you're looking at, and you got to kind of know what you're doing, and you got to kind of know the amperage and what the batteries can do and what they're supposed to do. So we did that. Now we're heading over to Homeport. We're going to take the main ship over there. Unfortunately, the Loopers convention, I needed a pass and I didn't get the pass, so I'm just going to take the boat back, put it back over here. It was fun yesterday, had so much fun, met a lot of people, but today we're going to take it back and we're going to pull the injectors. Super jacked up about that. Gary's an expert at pulling the injectors on these Hino engines, so we're going to use his expertise now.
All about brotherly love and helping each other.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep, that's what we're doing
that's
right now.
Right.
A little trade. Hey, Steve goes, hey, well, he didn't say anything. I said, hey, Steve, Gary's come with me. He goes, why is that? I go, well, he's done the injectors before on these engines. I go, that would be good, right? And he goes, yeah, bring him. Let's do it. So what we could do, what may take me and Steve 2 hours, now will probably take less than 45 minutes when we have a expert. Why we got Gary here, I'm going to let him, he has never messed with these Glendeming single controls, because you got twin sticks on yours, or?
Twin sticks, yes.
Yes, and so he's going to try this, because this same thing, even these old main ships have twin sticks. You have your throttle and your thing, but that's a single stick Glendeming, and that controls your gas and putting it in and out of gear. I showed Gary, right now, how to sync the engines. So each engine, both engines work off of the one controller right now. So if I want to slow down, that slows both engines down. Now you got to remember to take it out of that when you go to dock. But when you're moving like this in the canals or anything like that, super cool feature. Because he was just talking, how do you sync the motors with these things? And I said, they'll do it for you. That's very cool. Now you have that slight bit of delay, if you can feel that. You know what I'm saying, Gary? There's just a slight bit of delay. It was awesome letting Gary come over and just feel the controls on these Glendemings, because his are twin sticks with cables, and he got to feel what it feels like. We're going to go straight down the center here, and then I'll put it in the slip.
Really sure why. We may have some spray pattern issues or some flow issue of some sort, but I'm just going to check them. That way we know what we're dealing with going forward, and we're lucky to have an expert here. I've done this recently on a sister engine to this one, so he's going to give us an idea of the tool list. We got 17 open end wrench. We got I know we need a 12 and we need a 14. So what I've done so far, injector down, off next, or?
Yes, after the fuel rail's totally lifted out of the way, then we'll undo the hold down screws.
Over here today, remember I told you we're going to come over here. This is the Hino, and we're going to pull all of these injectors on both engines. These engines have about 5,000 hours on them, and it's time to pull. This is like a 1,000-hour service. This is the last thing you got to do, right, Steve, on your 1,000, because you've already done the coolers and everything else.
That's right. These are the crush rings and the banjo bolts that you were saying that we're going to buy some new ones just in case. Is that what you were talking about?
There's
there?
one
About this is we've never done this before. I've never pulled the injectors out of a Hino, and neither have you, Steve? No. This is your first time?
Correct.
So, and the point of this is anybody can do it. It's if you're going to own one of these boats and you're going to do America's Great Loop, you should. This might be a little bit advanced, but it's helpful if you can do stuff like this.
So return rail, we're going to take that off. We're going to put it on the side over here. And then all these crush washers, which are just copper washers, we're going to take and save those. I'm going to go ahead and buy some extra ones in case we either drop one or one doesn't look like it's right. This one must have stuck to the rail, or no, it actually fell down right there. So I'm going to grab that one now so it doesn't fall in the injector hole. And then oh shoot, almost dropped it. Okay. All right, so we've got all those out of the way. I've capped off our return line. And by the way, your supply line, obviously make sure you shut that off before you touch anything over here, or else you're going to potentially have fuel coming your way depending on height and pressure. And also when it gets hot, you're going to pressurize the tank's going to build just a ever so slight pressure, which will push it out these lines.
So those are your hold down brackets, right?
Yep.
For your injector?
I'm doing them each side. That way we don't put all the pressure on one side. We'll do a couple turns on each one. If you're not fueling properly, you're also not dissipating heat properly.
Yeah, because heating fuel is a big cooling factor on these engines.
That's right. So now we got all those broken loose. We're going to take them off one by one. And to Gary's point here, we're going to take our hold downs off. And then we're going to have to take our high pressure line off too, right? Should I do that before I take this off?
Yes, undo the pressure. You can leave them loose, just undo it now because it'll hold it in place.
We got a 17 end wrench. If you've got if you had a line wrench, it'd be better, but these are not too tight. So I know I've cracked these before, so cracked them and what I say crack them, I mean loosen them to get air out.
To bleed the engine.
To bleed them. So I'm using a 15 like he says. I can feel it remove its pressure.
You may need a pair of pliers or something to hold it just because of access of your grip, but
yeah,
it should pull right out of there.
Grab it right on this flat spot, twist it a little bit, pull straight up.
Oh yeah,
yep.
There you go.
Okay.
Injector
it's wet.
up.
It's wet.
Oh, so that's bad.
That's a bad injector.
So this fuel in here, being told, is indicating that this is one bad one. And then obviously we have no idea what kind of spray pattern we're getting off of this, but we're going to send them off to an injector specialist. And he's going to go through them, and whatever we need to do is going to be done. Don't necessarily have to be a mechanic. This is
like, yeah, paying somebody. This is a lot of money right here. If you want to do this, you're talking over $1,000 to do just the labor to do these, and then about another $1,000 for the actual parts. So this would be a $2,500 job, wouldn't you say, Steve?
I would. And there's some really good guys out there that do marine work. There's also guys out there that have an ain't my boat attitude, and this is your boat if you're working on it. So you're going to take the extra time and do it, hopefully,
correctly.
Correctly.
Statement too, because a lot of with the price of everything going crazy, you got to be kind of a DIY guy, because even though it doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? Like this, it all adds up very quickly. And like you said a few minutes ago, I can't believe I would pay somebody to do this.
Yeah, I can't believe I even considered paying someone to do this.
Because it's not that hard. It ain't rocket science.
Now, changing your sewer hoses, you might consider someone. Not me. Start to finish.
Steve, I've got a question for you.
Yep.
Every diesel motor is like this, right? So it doesn't matter whether it's a Cummins.
No, they're not all like this.
Oh, they're not?
No. This is old school diesel.
Old school injectors.
Correct.
New school injectors would be a little bit different.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I would not do new school injectors, but it would be a different project.
What year do you think that cutoff is?
You just have to know whether you have a mechanical pump or an electric, a high pressure pump. So basically, I don't know what year, but somewhere probably, if I'm having to guess, until you're in the late 90s, you're all going to be mechanical. So you're going to be fine for sure. Somewhere in the 2000s, I don't know on boats exactly when they switched over. But it doesn't take much. You can Google the type of engine and ask if it's mechanical or
electrical,
high pressure fueled diesel, because the high pressure diesel can cut your finger off if you open a valve on it. Some of that pressure on those engines has such high pressure that it can
eat your finger. Yeah, who did you guys say? EJ Diesel?
EJ Marine.
EJ Marine, Earl. And he is the HINO expert
of the entire United
States. Yeah, so if anybody needs his help.
He truly is the authority.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's actually, he wants to get involved with Safeway and everything, because he's moving to Florida, right, Steve?
Yeah, he says he's looking at some houses in Tampa.
Okay.
And he's supposed to come out here to visit me.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it was funny how you, both you guys, because you both from the same guy, got hit the referral from him. But yeah, anybody on these HINO engines, just hit us up, and we will get you. We will get in contact with the guy. I want to end this video. That was so much fun doing those injectors on that HINO diesel. I've never done anything like that before. I never had to pull the injectors off my Lehmans or anything like that, or Cummins. I've bled them all the time, but I've never pulled the injectors, so it was very, very cool. And then anyway, when we got back, I went over to the wharf with Gary, and Gary says, hey, there was something that didn't work in the electrical that we wired. So we ended up going back to his boat. And then I spent about 2 hours down on the dock. And all we talked about, the loopers cornered me out there on the dock, a bunch of loopers from the convention, and, you know, saying thank you, and, you know, watch the videos and all that stuff. And then we were talking about Regel and Safe Wake with those guys. So it was an amazing experience. Thank you guys. Anybody that watches these videos, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. The American Great Loop Association is, you know, one of my favorite organizations. I personally am a lifetime member. I joined that from the very beginning when I started my loop, and you know, it's just a good organization, and they offer a lot of value, especially for people that just learning how to get involved in all this and do America's Great Loop. Any education you can get is good. Anyway, peace out. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Thank you guys so much for watching. You have no idea. I appreciate it. Peace out. Remember, live life with no regret. I do.